signal display area.
Okay. Mr. Catella!
Clogs.
How you doing?
Apparently okay.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Steve?
Okay.
And this is Jim. You don't want to mess around with Jim.
Okay, Jim.
Oh, that was a song, wasn't it?
No, you don't talk on Superman's cake.
That's right.
Come on, Jim. Say who you are. And this is Mr. Foglio's son.
Oh, another helper.
Yes.
And what's your name? Brandon. Brandon. Nice to meet you.
And he's got the same last name as his father.
Jim?
Yeah, Jim, yes.
And you guys are both working here on...
Yeah, we're working on the signal display. Our goal here is to get all of these signals operational and lit. And we're working on, today we're working on putting in trench material. All of our wires will be in that gray material behind there. Steve is currently painting the cabinet, getting this cabinet ready for electronics.
Wouldn't that be neat if you could walk around here and either shout, clap your hands? You're going to put in clappers?
No, I have a remote.
No, haven't we seen you around here before with your PC?
Yes, yeah.
Members
PC
weekend,
out here.
We'll have a computer set up, and whatever we have working at that point will be running on the computer. And, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that from last year.
Oh, that's green, red, yeah.
And Mexico green. You ready?
Go ahead.
And just think, if you come out here with a garage door opener, you may have the same frequency.
Well, we won't probably do a frequency.
And they'll all start.
Well, you got to have the right data go out, or else it won't do anything. Because it has to tell which signal it wants to change.
Look it again.
Go red here.
Well, I can put the video on YouTube and you can
Yeah, we could. Yeah, and we have actually, I have a Northwestern one works.
Oh yeah?
Besides the wood.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay, excellent. What was this one?
That's dwarf semaphore. I don't know what the model is of it.
But
That's a
this
Chicago
one,
Northwestern one.
Excellent. And that's for really short engineers?
No, those are used in yards, like
those are for very short railroad crews.
Yep.
Short line railroad, okay.
Yeah, that would be it.
But we're trying to get these all functioning. There's probably about 5 or 6 signals that are currently functional in here. It's on temporary wiring at this point, just to get the things
Excellent.
Some of them running.
Debugged.
And figured out how the circuit works. And this is a searchlight, which means it has one lens to display all 3 different colors. So I can drop that down to red.
Yeah, I see.
And then I can make it go to yellow again. And then we can make it go back to green.
Excellent.
So there's a lens in there, there's a little motor in there that moves that lens back and forth to make all those different colors. And this one also, I have this set up as like a BN style, so it has another indication of flashing red. Which is the same thing as restricting. So if you have a white signal, flashing red is the exact same thing as white. And the advantage of using flashing red is A, you don't have to have another lens on there for white. B, another problem is white. If you have a broken red lens, it looks white. So there's a fail-safe problem with that too. So they're using flashing red as the new restricting. There's still a lot of lunar signals around, or white signals, but it's tending to go more towards flashing red. And then there's also on this signal, we can go to yellow, and then your next aspect you get flashing yellow. And flashing yellow would tell you that your next signal is yellow, and then the next signal after that would be either red or restricting, depending on what's going on.
So
you
it's like an
get an advanced
yellow.
warning. Right, it's called advanced approach, I believe. So
Strange that anything out here would be considered advanced.
Yeah, we actually don't use flashing yellow on our main line. We just strictly use red, yellow, green, and lunar, are our main building block aspects. And then you stack them on top of each other and get other stuff. But
How long have you been working out here, Jim?
I'd say 3 years, I think, 3 or 4 years.
Without you, this wouldn't be anywhere right now.
Yeah.
And that's a fair assessment. He's really done a lot. And, you know, we have the foundations in to go all the way to the end of the building, and I assume we have most of the hardware.
We should have most of it. I'm sure we have most of the stuff around here to get some more signals up and running. But the first goal is here to get what we have set up working,
Right.
and then we have plans of putting more in here.
At?
The other thing,
Okay,
we're putting a
go down
trough
this
in here for
street.
flexibility. So there's plans of
Across the
swapping
road,
signals
take the
around,
road down.
moving things around on the display, and actually
Go
grouping
right
different
across
style
the
signals
track.
together.
So you have easy
We
access
have
to
easy
that?
access to the wires, so you
Yeah.
don't have to put new,
Brilliant.
you know, do this
Retrench
mess
everything,
of
yeah.
trenching. Again, we just, you know, change the circuitry a little bit and, you know, run a new wire in there or use existing depending on how much of a different type of signals in there. So we're trying to make it flexible for doing